Hi there, I'm Alex and welcome back to Ukes with Alex, the ukulele channel where we try and learn some songs, we have guests, we just try and absorb as much about the ukulele and ukulele culture that we can and try not to wake my kids up who are asleep upstairs along the way. So today we're going to talk about something near and dear to my heart. It's the thing that I think I'm probably the most commonly associated with the ukulele for. We're going to talk about ukulele strings. Now I probably spent close to £1,000 on ukulele strings in my 13 years of working with ukuleles. I work with them every day to do with the Southern Ukulele Store, and I've even developed string sets in the past with Dario, and they've been very, very popular. They've always worked, and I feel like I have a good grip and a good knowledge about what combinations work, kind of like a plastic version of being a wine taster and knowing what goes with a good meal. I kind of understand tone woods, and I feel like if you asked me for a recommendation, I'd give you something that you would go away and enjoy. So why am I talking about that and why am I bigging myself up? Well, for the last 8 months, I have been going back and forth with nylon. And nylon was never my favourite material. For a long time, I really jumped on the fad of fluorocarbon. I loved Worth Browns, for example, sound fantastic on my Sumi. Clear fluorocarbon strings have always sounded fantastic on Kamile'as, Kobo's. But over the years, I have experimented and really enjoyed certain nylon sets. So I've been working with Rotosound. Rotosound are a UK-based string company specialising in guitar strings. They made Jimi Hendrix's strings. That's how long Rotosound have been going. That's how popular they are. But in the ukulele world, they've been hit and miss at best. So they've done nylon strings in the past that were okay, but they were really just kind of cut down classical guitar strings, and they didn't understand the modern ukulele player. In recent years, they've had strings made for them by Aquila, and they're very cool. You should check them out. They're a Nile gut string that's dyed blue, so very unique and commonly available in your local music store. But I wanted something a bit different. So I spoke to my friend Jason Howe, I spoke to my friend Steve Ruck, two people who work at Rotosound and people I've met over the years. And I said, can we do this? I play fingerstyle. I would really like to experiment with some nylon strings. Sent me some prototypes and we went back and forth and settled on a few finer details that I can explain. And eventually what we had was a set of strings that I put on this Kamile'a Manako around 3 months ago. And I went, damn, this is it. This is the set of strings that's supposed to be on this ukulele. And I tried it again, more on a La Prinzi concert, and I was like, yes, these sound fantastic. Sorry, a super concert, so a tenor scale concert. And it sounded great. I tried it on the Sumi, it sounded great. I tried it on a couple of customers' ukuleles, it sounded fantastic. So what I'm left with here is a set of strings that I really want to put my name to and really, really want to get out there. So I'm going to introduce these to you. These are the Ukes with Alex Rotosound Tenor Low G nylon strings. That's a bit of a mouthful, but basically these are Ukes with Alex strings that you can buy from my store at ukeswith.com, or you can buy if you're an international customer from the Southern Ukulele Store in the UK, and hopefully more dealers in the future. And these strings are completely sustainable packaging, aside from a small silica gel pack that comes with the strings. But what you do get is a pamphlet that tells you all about the strings and the development, as well as the gauges in case you want to find like-for-like replacements. Has a very cool picture of my Manako ukulele, which we can put here, and it kind of perfectly camouflages the instrument. You'd never know it was there. The strings themselves are here too. I check each one with a micrometer so that there is a consistency, which is something that I've always found to be a bit of a problem with nylon strings in the past. You'll have a manufacturer say a gauge, and then when you come to measure it, it's not quite right. So we worked on that, and I'm going to, every time there's a new batch of them, I'm going to check each one. So you have these 3 glossy treble strings, and then you have this lighter silver wound low G string. And the strings themselves aren't going to be for every player. If you're somebody that really, really likes the taut, brighter nature of clear fluorocarbon, or someone who likes that kind of complex, warmer sound of Worth Browns or a Nui Nui Blackwaters, then that's great. But for me, the most fun and best thing about the ukulele is its adaptability. No other instrument has this amount of different string materials you can try, and I think the trial and error is where all the fun is, because I'll give you an example. I've had a few Kobo concert ukuleles over the years, and my favourite string for them is black nylon. Most people love a Kobo because it's very bouncy and it's big and it's unapologetic, but when you put dark, mellow strings on it, what happens is you get this instrument that has so much life, but it's got that smokiness. It's kind of like turning Taylor Swift into Tom Waits. And I think when you mix these things together, that's where you get the best results. So I urge you to try them, if only because, you know, it'll make me a couple of quid. But if you want to experiment with your ukulele and learn more about it and generally just have a bit of fun, then I really recommend giving them a try. They're only available right now in the tenor low G size and variation, but I've been working on a fluorocarbon set of strings for the Southern Ukulele Store, and I'm hoping to launch these strings around the same time. And I'm going to obviously go in depth about the development of these strings on this channel as well, so do keep an eye out. But we're going to go for some sound samples now. I'm going to show you how these strings sound on the various ukuleles I own, and hopefully there's something in the mix there that's similar to something you have and will entice you.